Hey guys, JJ here. Welcome back to another video. We're gonna have another short trade recap today. So today was the second day trading on my funded account. I lost this trade too, minus $88, which brings my total account loss to $200 or $215. Because they take out the commission because I have raw spreads instead of no commission and yada yada yada. Anyways, so that is my total loss currently. Let's see. But as you can see in front of you, this is the trade I took today. No news. Hopped on the charts today. Saw one setup, entered long, risking 0.88% and lost it. Before I get into the SPX trade, I also missed a trade on gold. Why? Hesitation. Anyways, we swept liquidity. This is on SPX. We swept liquidity, filled a higher time frame for value gap, and immediately rejected off of it, making a break of structure off an internal high. Waited for price to come back down into equilibrium and into stops below the candle bodies and targeting a high time frame bearish order block. Then price chopped around all day and moved up, moved back to entry, move up, back to entry, eventually stopping me out. Right, I de-risked. I didn't risk 2% on the trade on the day like normal. And I waited for an adequate entry. Wrongs, not an A+ setup, hesitation, and not recognizing bearish order flow. Those last two wrongs were for actually no, the hesitation was for gold. Not recognizing bearish order flow is for SPX, and I'll get into that. Anyway, so to the charts we go. So first we're going to go over this trade and my thoughts behind it. Okay, so let's see what happened. Last night or like yesterday during Asia session, we made this order block. We shut all this liquidity during Asia pre-market, right? Oh no, this was Asia session, my bad. So this is not pre-market, this is Asia. So we split this liquidity, made an order block. Prices failed to retrace into it and fill this for value gap and fill this inverse for value gap. But anyway, so price came down, up, down, yada yada yada, started chopping up, and then we came down right here. We swept all of this liquidity, and I was pretty sure we filled a higher time frame for value gap. Let me check that. I thought we did. Hold on. 15-minute. No, if anything, I'd say it's like area of accumulation. Alright, my bad. I thought we did. I might have been thinking of the gold trade. But anyways, as you can see by the wicks and stuff, price was chopping at my entry. Holy. Anyways. So, we had... Oh my god, sorry, I keep switching time frames. Alright. So, we had this... was it the 5-minute high? Okay, so we did not break structure on this 5-minute high, but we did have a break of structure off this 1-minute internal high. I think it would have been better had I seen a break of structure of this high, because this is a really prominent high. But anyway, so what happened? Price, boom, swept liquidity, legged up, created a big imbalance. I marked out equilibrium. Um, Tried to enter right here, but the whole thing where it's like, on Trade Locker, Funded or whatever, you click, you have your stuff marked out, you click buy or whatever, or sell or whatever, or place order, and a thing pops up where it's like, it's like the 2-click thing. It's like, do you want to go ahead and turn this off so that way once you click it, that's it? And I'm like, yeah. So, price moved up a bit whenever it entered me, so did not get the best entry. I think price was like down here, but it entered me up here. But anyways, so stops below the body of this candle. The charts are just a tad different. So on Trade Locker it was below the body, but actual price it was like down here. But like charts it was right here. Anyways, so what happened? Price moved up, we came back down, moved up, down, up, down, up. Okay, we swept all of this. We failed to take this high. We came back down into entry. came up, came back down, and then we went as low as ever before. But we swept all this liquidity, made an order block, broke out of it, came back down into it, broke out again. Thought this was it. Thought we were gonna go up. And this should have been my biggest cue to get out, because we swept these highs, but we filled this fair value gap right here that this respected, and it respected here too. And not to mention, after this, like freaking fourth breakout after this one, price failed to take this high. Now keep in mind, it's like noon at this point. So at that point, I should have been like, oh, you know what, I'm getting out of this trade like $150 in profit. But, you know, I was at the gym and I wasn't paying attention, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna hold this trade. And, you know, price came down, went back up, came down. Thought we were just retracing into this order block, and then bam, stopped me out, only to create a better entry way down here. Order block, inverse value gap, inverse value gap, stops below the body. Actually no, probably targeting this high. And shabam. But this is PM session, which I don't typically trade because I have work anyways. But yeah, that's the trade today. That was the trade today. Not an A plus setup, but I'm not particularly mad about it. You know, these type of trades happen where, you know, they may present themselves, but it just wasn't necessarily as good. Because while we did sweep Asia lows and London lows, right, and we visited this area of accumulation, we did not take the external high up here that would have been a better confirmation. I don't know. If anything, there's maybe like a B setup. Definitely not A plus. And I'll kind of show you the A plus setup I missed on gold today. Oh yeah, gold was straight ripping today. Holy. Where is it at? I think this is it. No, it's all the way over here. Yeah, it's down here. Yeah, gold straight ripped today. Holy. Alrighty. Market open right here. So I was keeping my eye on gold. So let's kind of go into this. What did we do? Upon market open, we filled, you know, I know there's not a 1 minute order block, or fair value gap that got filled. It was also, I think it was a 5 minute fair value gap that got filled. I'm just marking this out for proof of concept. We have this big hourly gap down here that just price never went to, which is one of the reasons why I hesitated on this trade. But let me explain. So, what happened? Anyways, so what happened? Prior to market open at 8:07, boom, swept liquidity, filled this. Okay, so really, this whole thing here is an order block. Not the greatest order block ever, but it's an order block. Okay, market open. Price chops a little bit more. Boom, surges. What happens? Okay, we come down, kind of fill this order block a little bit, right? Better yet, we fill this fair value gap. So we fill this fair value gap. Okay, I saw this. Price gave me an entry like 4 times, and I hesitated. You know why? That's your guess is as good as mine. I don't know why I hesitated. I think I just saw like how choppy it was pre-market, and I realized this freaking pre-market, of course, is going to be choppy sometimes. And then we had this huge breakout. Didn't quite know if it's manipulation. I guess. Hold on. don't know why I have this marked out. That is not a Fibonacci gap. I don't know where that came from. Well, anyways. So I hesitated here. You know, I had this set up and everything, right? I just, you know, hesitated. Now, what was the plan? Stops below here. You know, under, or actually, no, be under this inverse value gap, like preferably like right here. And the plan was to target these highs, right? But if I'm being honest, once I see this, I'm probably going to delete the stop loss, or sorry, not the stop loss. Well, I probably would have done that. I would delete the take profit and I would try to, you know, hold profits. So let's talk about it. Okay. TP1. That already got taken. Alrighty. TP1. TP2. TP3. Honestly, yeah, targeting this high within this massive fair value gap or targeting this order block, literal 12-hour trade. And if I was super safe about this stop loss, still a 6-hour trade. Majorly missed out on this trade. Honestly, as soon as I got this first down candle right here, this probably would have been where I closed. You know, if my stop like here. So it still would have been an amazing trade. This would have passed my account. I was $122, or, well, no, my bad, it would have been $864. So I would have almost passed my account to where I only had to take like one more winning trade, and bam. And that could have been as simple as that trade that I took today, once it was high in profits, right? Like that. I mean, it got to like $200 at one point. As soon as I got to a point where it was enough to pass my phase, could have closed it. Bam, passed this phase today. But it's okay. I was dumb today. I'm going to try to not be dumb tomorrow. I know the markets will always present opportunities to me. And yeah, just does suck a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm very curious to see, you know, what happens in the future. Like tomorrow, for example. I do have work tomorrow, 6 to 11 a.m. I will bring my laptop with me. I will try to trade, no promises, and we'll see how it goes. But if you did enjoy today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have anything, please leave it in comments. Go follow my Instagram, link in the description. I post on there pretty regularly. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.